Hello boys, welcome back. In the previous session, we already discussed about the discovery of electrons, protons and neutrons and experiment about the Rutherford model. So, what are the main postulates of Rutherford model? According to Rutherford, the matter in an atom is located in the space in the center called nucleus, where all the positive charge of the atom, while the remaining volume being a large empty space. Since the atom is neutral, sufficient number of electrons must surround the nucleus to counterbalance the positive charge and revolve around the nucleus with great velocity to confer the stability on the nucleus model of the atom. But what are the main drawbacks of Rutherford atomic model? If an electron moves around the nucleus, it must radiate out energy and gradually move towards the nucleus following a spiral path till it collides, and what happens ultimates it collapses in it. Therefore, Rutherford model could not explain correctly the stability of an atom. After that, a new model, that is Bohr's atomic model, discovered, and according to this model, electron revolves around the nucleus in fixed orbits. Each orbit is associated with certain amount of energy, hence named energy levels. That means electron revolves around the nucleus in orbits and the amount of energy is fixed. The energy levels 1, 2, 3 and so on are represented by N, or you can say KLMN shells. Electron rotate around the nucleus in one or more of the energy levels. Now, next topic is representation of an atom as per the modern atomic theory. An atom is made up of three subatomic particles like electron, protons and neutrons. The nucleus is found in the center of the atom and contains protons and neutrons. The electrons revolve around the nucleus in imaginary path called shell or orbit. This is a diagram. If you see, in between orange color nucleus is present in which proton and neutrons are present, and here electron revolve around the nucleus in imaginary path called orbit. So, in this diagram you can see the nucleus in which protons and neutrons are present and electrons is revolving around the nucleus in a fixed path, that is called shell or orbit. Now, next is what is atomic number? Atomic number of an element is equal to number of protons and it is equal to number of electrons in a neutral atom. For example, sodium atom, its atomic number is 11. That's why number of protons and number of electrons are 11. Mass number is denoted by A and atomic number it is denoted by Z. So, what is mass number? It is equal to total number of protons and neutrons in the atom of an element. That means A is equal to P plus N. What is P? Number of protons, and what is N? Number of neutrons. Here one example is given. This is X. X is any atom or A and Z, Z is the atomic number and A is the mass number. X is any element. One more example, if you see atom of carbon 6C12, so 6 is atomic number, that is Z, it is equal to 6, and 12 is the mass number, it is equal to A. So Z is equal to 6 and A is equal to 12. So you know that Z is equal to number of protons and number of electrons. So if you know the value of Z 6, then number of protons is equal to 6 and number of electrons, it is equal to 6. And what about the number of neutrons? How will you find out the number of neutrons? You know that A is equal to P plus N. So if A is 6, A is 12 and P is 6, so N is equal to 12 minus 6, that is 6. One more example, atom of hydrogen 1H1. So 1 is mass number and 1 is atomic number. So if you see here proton, so proton is equal to 1, electron is equal to 1 because Z is equal to 1. A is equal to 1, so what is the value of N? A is equal to P plus N. A1, P1, so N is equal to 1 minus 1 is equal to 0. So if you consider 1H1, so number of electron, it is equal to 1, number of proton, it is equal to 1, and number of neutron, it is equal to 1 minus 1, it is equal to 0. P indicates number of proton, E indicates number of electron, N indicates number of neutron, Z indicates atomic number, A indicates mass number. One more example, nitrogen is an element and Z is equal to 7, that is atomic number, and A is equal to 14, that is mass number. So how will you find out the number of electron, proton and neutrons? You know that Z is equal to number of electrons and it is equal to number of proton. If the value of Z is 7, that means number of electron and number of protons are 7. A is equal to 14 and you know that mass number, it is equal to number of protons plus number of electrons present in the nucleus. So A is equal to P plus N, you know the value of A and you know the value of P. So is number of neutrons, it is equal to 14 minus 7, it is equal to 7. One more example, X is any element, 9 and 19, 9 is the atomic number and 19 is the mass number. So if Z is equal to 9, so you know the value of number of electrons and number of protons, that is also 9. A is equal to 19, that is mass number. So how will you find out the number of neutron? A is equal to P plus N. You know the value of A and P. So N is equal to 19 minus 9, it is equal to 10. Now you know how to find out the value of number of electrons, protons and neutrons in an atom. Now next topic is atomic weight and why it is called relative atomic mass, or in short RAM. Mass of an atom determined by indirect methods is found to be very small. They were taken in comparison with other particles such as hydrogen or later on carbon as a standard for comparison. That's why atomic weight is called relative atomic mass. It is equal to number of times one atom of an element is heavier than the mass of an atom of hydrogen. Or you can say number of times one atom of an element is heavier than the 1 by 2, 1 by 12, the mass of an atom of carbon. Now, what is molecular weight or what is relative molecular mass? it is equal to number of times one molecule of the substance is heavier than the mass of an atom of hydrogen, or if you compare with the mass of carbon, the number of times one molecule of the substance is heavier than 1 by 12 the mass of an atom of carbon. So, this is very important, the definition of relative atomic mass and the definition of relative molecular mass. Thank you.